ever learned a lesson while driving? I know I've learned many lessons while driving, and this happened to me the other day. The other day I was driving down a 2-lane road. I was in the left lane. On my side there was two lanes, left lane and right lane. And I was driving, I was being a good driver, I was watching where I was going, I was paying attention to the road, and then all of a sudden, up in the far distance on the right-hand side of the road, I noticed a tree. But this wasn't a normal-looking tree, it was a funny-looking tree. And so I was looking at it, and I was like, what in the world happened to this tree? And of course, me being an analytical person, I wanted to figure out what happened to this tree. So I looked at it, and it started getting closer, and I realized it looked like it had been hit by a honk! And then all of a sudden, the car right next to me honks at me, and I look, and I realize that I'm halfway in the right lane. And I swerve over to the left lane, I get back, and I calm down, and after I got over the initial shock of that, I realized what had happened was I was so focused on that tree that I started drifting to the right. I started drifting off of the right, off of the left lane, and I started drifting to the right lane and almost got in a big accident. After I got over that initial shock of a near accident and I said my quick prayer of thanks to God, I realized that sometimes I make the same mistake in my own life, in my spiritual walk. You know, normally I'm walking down the right path, I'm focused on Christ, I'm doing the right things, I'm living correctly, and then sometimes I get distracted by something that's off the path. And I start focusing on that distraction, and it slowly pulls me off the road. And it slowly pulls me off the right path. And it's not a quick thing, but it's a slow thing. Just like before, I was slowly drifting into the right lane of that thing, but I almost got in a near accident. It's the same thing with our life. If we focus on distractions, a lot of times it's just a slow fading off of that distance, off of that path. And we could get in big trouble, and we could end up getting in an accident in our lives, and we can end up suffering a lot. So, if you aren't watching where you're going, then you'll start going where you are watching. Well, that's it for today, and always remember, my name is James, and I am your friend.